Hey y'all, just thought I would make a video. I've never made a video before, so I'm gonna try this. My name's Clifford Shepard. I'm 27 years old. I live in Peterstown, West Virginia, originally from Blacksburg, Virginia, slash Waverly, Ohio, depending on where I was at during the time of the year. Um, I am gay. I've been with my boyfriend now for almost 3 years. We have three dogs. I'll show you them. This would be Tater. Say hi, Tater. This would be Scooby laying down. And then over here, we have our big dog, George. I don't know if you can see him. There he is. Um, Ever since March of 2020, I have been unemployed due to the fact of the coronavirus. And mainly I stay home. My boyfriend does Instacart, um, which is like a grocery delivering service that you can, you go to the store, shop for people, and you take it to their house because unfortunately he wasn't able to draw unemployment during the pandemic. Um, so I've usually just been home with the dogs, and I figured, maybe I should start documenting this, and maybe people will listen. I mean, always leave your comments below if you have anything you want to ask me. I definitely will answer them as quick as I can. My sister just texted me. Also, check out her channel, Bree Bibb. She talks a lot about addiction and things like that. And I think anybody that's going through those things at this time should definitely check it out. She's been my best friend for years. We're not really brother and sister, but I mean, we've been friends for over 20 years. So, I mean, obviously, we know each other. We've been through everything with each other. And, I'm also a recovering addict. And we were able to talk to each other about it, and we've been there for each other. And I'm glad that, like, both of us got to sobriety when we did. She has two girls, my nieces, Lily and Mackenzie, and I love them to death. Honestly, I've never been close to kids in my life because I am gay. I mean, I don't have my own kids, but those two girls are like my kids. Like, let anyway. So, a little backstory about me. I grew up in Blacksburg. My parents are divorced. Um, I know I'm probably going a lot. I'm sorry. This is my first time actually trying this to see if I can actually do this. Um, my parents are divorced. My mom lives in Ohio. My dad lives here or lives in Virginia. So a lot of times, like, I would spend most of the year with my dad in Virginia going to school. And then when I had breaks, I would go to my mom's in Ohio. Um, I didn't have a bad childhood. I was taken care of. My family loved me. And they did what they could for me. Um, I guess just thinking about how things worked out for me, I'm like, did I do something wrong? Like, I mean, I had this whole ambition of going to college, becoming a teacher, and unfortunately, my addiction got me. Now, I can't not blame nobody for it, but I will say this. I feel like there's something right there. It's bothering me. In 2012, I experienced my first kidney stone, which turned into multiple years of kidney stones, surgeries, everything, which, what they prescribe for you is opiates. So I got addicted. I mean, and I don't think it was anybody's intention to get me addicted. I don't even think it was my own intention, but you become dependent on these things. So, uh, God, it's just thinking back on it. It's just like it's crazy because I never would have thought about this. And then I graduated high school I graduated earlier that year in May of 2012. Then that summer, I started exploring more of my gayness, if you want to say. I started actually meeting guys, having dates with guys, and stuff like that. And I realized I'm gay. But my family was never accepting of the fact that I was gay. And I think that was a big problem for me because, like, I always wanted to make my family happy. And so I would try to date girls just so I knew my family was happy. But in the end, I realized I can't do it. So, flash forward, let's go a couple more years down the road. Let's go to 2016. By then, I was using, I started drinking, stuff like that. I've always smoked pot, and I'm a very big advocate of marijuana. I think marijuana is good for people. I think it can help with a lot of people's disabilities other than taking prescription pills. I I met a guy online. I'm not going to use his name because that's not fair to him to blast him on YouTube because this is where I'm going to post this and I might share it on my Twitter. I want people to kind of get to know kind of my story and how I think of things. I met a guy, he lived in Key West, Florida, and we got really close to the point that for the first time in my life, I flew on an airplane to Miami to meet him. And anybody watching this is probably going, "Are you crazy? I mean, how could you, go 1,400 miles away from your family to a guy you've never even met in person?" I get that. But I felt in my heart the way we talked, and we always video chatted, like just like I'm looking at you now, this is how we chatted. And I felt like I could trust him, which I will not say he treated me good. He didn't do nothing wrong to me. He didn't hurt me. I had one of the best weekends of my life, and unfortunately, I had my wallet stolen at the Miami International Airport. And I freaked out thinking, "Oh my God, this dude's gonna think like I'm just here for his money." No, he did not think that. He treated me with respect. He made sure I was okay with everything, um, and he even brought me back to Virginia, which is where I was staying at the time, by car because I couldn't get back on the airplane because I had no ID now. So he drops me off, and it was so funny. The first day of my new job, it was the day he dropped me off. And I remember crying in my room, feeling horrible, upset. But he told me, he's like, "Just give me a month and I'll get you down here. Get your ID, get your stuff." And he did. He did do that. Then I moved down there. And he is in a green card marriage with someone who is not a very pleasant person. Like I said, I'm not going to use names because it's not fair to blast people. I wouldn't want to be blasted if I was someone. If you know me personally, then you know who I'm talking about. Um, and at first it was okay. I was so nervous to be around this dude because I already felt uncomfortable around him. Like he was just one of those, I'm a big old man. Oh, I'm a man. I think that everything should go my way. Um, they lived in this really tiny house. Had no walls, no doors, no nothing. Even the bathroom, I think, was just a sliding door. Um, and it was just so uncomfortable. Me and the guy I was with at the time was sleeping on the floor on a bed in the kitchen. That's a great way to start a relationship. So we do that. And the first month was okay. But then the dude tried to come on to me. And I told him no, absolutely not. And he kept trying, and I finally snapped at him one day. And I told him, "You're not touching me. I am with so and so. I don't cheat. Basically, screw off." And when I did, he got us to be homeless. So here I am, 1,600 miles away from home, and I'm homeless. What do I do? Thankfully, my mother, God love her, agreed to move us into her place in Ohio. And that we took a Greyhound from Key West, Florida to Piketon, Ohio. Now, if you guys want to, do some Google searching and see how far away that is, especially being on a Greyhound, y'all had lost your mind. I did. But I tried to keep it together. My mother did the best she could. We ended up moving in with one of my co-workers because I got a job up there. And that was a better situation, honestly, for everybody involved. But then we moved back to Virginia. And we moved in with my sister and her husband. And that was the best thing to happen to me. They saved me. Even though we had a little bit of a spit spat, I wouldn't even call it that, because like me and my sister, like, we have fights all the time, but we always come back together. Like, I got you. And that's the way she is with me. Like, if something was to majorly happen to me, she's got me. Well, and then, we stopped talking for a little bit because our boyfriends slash husbands are dickheads. I'm sorry to say that. And neither one of them wanted us talking to each other. So it was just like, you're done. And, being who we are and respecting our partner's wishes, we did it. Well, then, so this would have been the end of 2017. 2018 happens. At this time, my now ex-boyfriend was living with someone, a gay couple. They weren't, nothing nasty, but he was just living there. They gave him a room. Well, I just knew in my mind, I was like, Clifford, you're not happy. You need to fix the situation. So I sent him back home to where his family was. And I'm not going to disclose that information because that's his privacy and he has every right to that. So I start getting nervous about, now I'm single again. What do I do? Well, I end up meeting my now boyfriend. And I remember I kind of honestly thought we were just going to be a one-night thing. It's turned into 3 years. I know I got bumps everywhere. Oh, my sister would be picking every one of them right now. But, my boyfriend now has shown me the light. Like, what it's like to be, and God, I need to shave. I promise my next video I'll be shaved. I'm sorry, y'all. I look horrible. I feel like I look horrible. But my life now, like, being with who I'm with, like, we have our ups and downs and we have had problems. But in the end, like, I know he would kill someone over me. No, I don't want to say that. That's actually really mean. He would protect me if someone else hurt me. And I would protect him. And we care about each other. And we have 3 dogs that, we're gay. We don't have children. We don't have real human children. So we have 3 dogs that are like our children. And I feel like this is the life I was meant to have. Once all this pandemic stuff's over and I go back to work, I'm a server. And right now I'm going to promote them, even though they fired me. Go to Texas Steakhouse and Saloon in Princeton, West Virginia. Go. You'll love it. Good food. Good service. I miss them all. But, I messed up. And it is what it is. Going back to the end, I'm about to end this video. Don't ever feel scared to tell your story. Everybody has their own story. And I think everybody should share their story. Because if everybody would be honest with each other, this world would be a better place. We're all human. We all make mistakes. And we learn our lessons. And I think if people would just do that and like accept someone, like, oh, I'm gay. You might not agree with that, you know, but accept me and don't be rude to me because I'm gay. And just like for someone that's like a drag queen or a heroin addict or anything or an alcoholic, like if we all accept each other and just listen to each other's stories, this world would be a better place. I'm going to try to start making videos regularly. I'm not going to guarantee they're going to be daily. But I'm going to try to start doing this. I think it might be good for me since I'm always home by myself. I'm feeling like Britney Spears now. So the first question that I wanted to answer is, what's my favorite Disney movie? That's kind of actually how I feel right now. Hey, by the way, free Britney. So, you know, if you watch this and you have actually stayed almost this, 17 minutes that I've made of this movie, I hope that y'all, don't judge me, but just understand, like, I want to start telling my story. I want to start expressing how I feel, and I just feel like if people would listen, I might feel better. Because, like, being quarantined all the time is not okay. It's miserable. And you're by yourself because my partner's working all day. And I'm by myself. I get to talk to my sister and my mom, and that's basically it. Because, I had so many coworkers that I worked with at Texas Steakhouse in Princeton, and hardly any of them ever checks up on me. Just to see, like, hey, how are you? I have maybe two. And you know who you are if you're watching this video. But I feel alone anymore. And like, I just want to have a community that listens to me. So if you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. I also have a lot of concert videos. Like, I've gone to see so many concerts. Like, Carrie Underwood is my favorite artist. I have a lot of wrestling. I'm a big WWE fan, especially women's wrestling fan. Hashtag subscribe to Ring the Bell, which is a great channel about watching or reviewing women's matches from the week. You can like them at, let's see, I think it's Ring the Bell, and I think it's at Joey Mayberry, at Paloma Star, and at the Moxie Molly. Shout out to them. They did a great, today they did a great first four-way live chat on the whole week. They did great. I know they had a little bit of technical issues, but I enjoyed it. If you want to know any more about me, make a comment, and I will start answering y'all's questions. We can even do a Q&A where I can answer questions. I can go live if I get more subscribers and want to like know things about me. I'm a very open person. So like the comments below. I hope y'all comment, and I hope y'all have a great day, and y'all stay strong. We got this. We're going to kick Corona's butt.